Daily Madrid is back at it again. 2020 members of the channel, 2021. You will remember I did this, but then got cut off. I have my reasons, but we are back, and today we are talking about Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad today. The game ended 4-1, Kylian Mbappe hat-trick, doing what he does best, followed with Vinicius Jr. putting him on the score sheet too with an assist, Jude Bellingham with 2 assists. Overall, a pretty good performance, I'd say. But don't let that fool you, okay? There's still some things we got to talk about. The one from Real Sociedad, which was, by the way, from Luka Sucic, of all people. I swear, I thought he was going to leave Real Sociedad. I thought he was going to Newcastle for some reason, because the Newcastle coach worked with him when he was under Salzburg, and he showed interest in Luka Sucic. So I thought he was leaving, but he's staying, apparently. But the window doesn't close for had to check my watch, another 5 days, August 31st. So that fool scores. He was playing behind Oyarzabal, and the guy was playing as a false 9, even though he's a center mid, and he scores, even though he has played only 18 minutes in total at the World Cup for Croatia. Sure, yeah, okay. It wasn't until the second half where Madrid finally picked the pieces back up. Cucurella came on, and they looked like a proper team out there. Mbappe scoring more, and Vinny, and Bellingham clicking. But then Cucurella, I think that he was that missing piece where the team just looked blazing fast with him on the pitch. Personally, I think he should be starting left back. You saw how he played for Spain at the World Cup. The guy was ridiculous. Okay, so I think he should start over Carreras, if you ask me. But it's not just that. If you ask me, there's still that missing link somewhere in the team, midfield, defense. I think midfield. It's just missing that caliber of what Modric or Kroos was. It's still missing that one player who can make that one key pass, that one key moment in the game that could flip it on its head completely. I don't know if this is a good example, but during the Madrid game, I was also watching Tottenham and Charlton during the Carabao Cup, was it? Something like that. But because Savio was going to make his debut. The guy scores a goal on his debut, and Tottenham won 5-1. They can capitalize on efforts like that. Why does Madrid have to wait till late in the game for them to just kill a team? It isn't until Mourinho makes the substitutes to bail him out of the game. Carlos Espin, once again, making that impact in the last minute, just like he did against Espanyol when Brahim scored, but he was offside. But Carlos Espin, once again, making an impact despite it being offside. But that's what I think. Not to sound like a broken record or anything, but we're still missing just that one key player in midfield that Modric or Kroos was. Okay, just somebody to make that one key pass, the one key moment of the game, to turn it on its head, and Madrid have totally dominated. They killed off the team. Game, shut, book, done. What else is there to talk about? If you ask me to Konate, clean up your act, my friend. If I remember correctly, you were a defensive liability when you were at Liverpool. That first half, you were iffy, bro. So clean up your act, Konate, please, because for Liverpool, you could be like that, just not very attractive to look at in terms of playing. So Konate, fix yourself up, please. Diamande also made a little cameo appearance toward the end of the game. Did a little bit there, nice little skill moves. You know, I could see him being a very bright piece in Real Madrid's future. I don't know if I already mentioned this too, but Vinny looked just, in that first half, despite him scoring, he looked just like regular last season Vinny. Missing chances, scuffing crosses, just last season Vinny. That's all I can think of. But overall, despite the few negatives that brought with the game, if Mbappe keeps scoring hat tricks, and the team doesn't perform like they have AIDS, and Vinny doesn't perform like he has something wrong with him, the team can go far. If you ask me, the team can go far. We can go all the way with Jose Mourinho at the helm. I could see this team doing magnificent things with the players we have. We just, like I said, that one player. It's all just missing that one key midfielder. I know people were saying, oh, it was Rodri. It was supposed to be Rodri. Screw him. Let him go to Barcelona, if you ask me. He didn't surprise me. He doesn't shock me at all in the slightest. He is average at best. Does not shock me at all. Okay, he scored one wonder goal against Bayern Munich when he was at Manchester City. But if you ask me, Rodri does not amuse me. All right, let him go to Barca. I don't care. Let him. So if Madrid can clean up their act, we go far. And I think, if you ask me, like I said, Cucurella should be our starting left back over Carreras. That's just what I think. But we move on. Tomorrow is the Champions League draw. Still not a fan of that table format. So I'll talk about that tomorrow. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my video on the Champions League draw. Take care.